This is Sharky from Shar-Kade. So we've got a build update. I'm going to try and get as much as I can done on the Dragon Ball Z unit. Now most of the stuff's copied over that I need copied over. I've just got to do my final tests and bolt everything down. Because this unit's got the PactoTech on it, I wanted to make sure everything's in working order and it's working flawlessly before I bolt everything down and so on. So we've got all the custom grills on there. We've got the back grill, stuff like that. I was meant to have this done Monday, but I've been flat out getting tons of prints done for the new business as well. We've got Street Fighter cabinets. I've got a Master of the Universe cabinet done up the road, and that's actually stored in the market at the moment. We've got a Fallout cabinet. We've got another Big Trouble in Little China unit as well. And then at the moment as well, we're building the Big Trouble in Little China deluxe stand-up. So we've got a new deluxe stand-up design for the Big Trouble in Little China unit. Now, I've had to reprint this. I've had to do some fixing on the colouring and stuff like that. The printer wasn't working very well. So I'm waiting on some new cartridges. The ones at the moment aren't very good. There must be a bad batch or a fault with the actual cartridges, so I'm having to carefully keep them all taped down for the minute because they just keep popping out. But the other cartridges I usually get are fine. These ones just keep popping out for some reason while it's printing, which is causing this different discoloration in the colours and stuff. So I've temporarily fixed that. It is going to take, if this doesn't work, it's going to hold us back a few weeks. Basically, if it keeps doing what it's been doing, it's going to hold us back a few weeks because I've had to order some stuff from China. I've had to order a new refillable kit and the ink and all that stuff. So hopefully that holds off till then. At the moment, the colouring seems to be fine. So we've got that nice dark colour instead of this really light colour going on. I do have the virtual pin stuff I'm printing off. I've got tons, like I say, tons of pages I'm printing off at the moment. So this is the one that we're printing now. I've got this page to print off. I've got a couple of control panel designs as well I've got to do. I've got the Bill and Ted design I've got to do. I've got all the new pinball stuff as well. So I'm going to do a Deadpool pinball virtual pin, new style cabinet. I've got the Mario unit as well that I'm going to do. I'm going to do some control panels for the new business. So yeah, virtual pin cabinets I'm doing. I've been doing some tests on some solenoids. I ordered a relay board, but it's the wrong board I wanted. That's got a timer switch on. I didn't want the timer switch because I want the relay to be direct, basically. So when I pull the flipper buttons, it's always on. I'm always getting a knock on the flipper buttons. But I've got some custom boards coming. I could rewire that myself and just have a switch relay, but I just can't be bothered. They're so cheap, the boards to get. So like I say, I've got some boards coming. Them should be in a couple of days. By then I should have some of the pinball cabinet designed and put together. We've got, like I say, the wood for the pinball cabinets. This is a complete different shape. This is going to be a small form factor unit. It's going to be shaped like the pinball shooters as well. So the pinball flippers, it's actually going to be shaped and designed around those. The idea is to have also on this is a prototype. On the updated version of this later on is going to have some addressable LEDs down the sides. It's going to have some light bars down each side. It's going to look cool, basically. It's going to look really nice. It's not going to have the depth as a big standard virtual pin, so the screen's not going to have the depth. It's going to be designed so I can literally throw these together easier. Also, certain parts like legs, stuff like that, I don't have to have made up. I can make them myself out of wood, have them designed around the pedestals. Are going to be 2-in-1 kits as well. So the actual way it'll be 3-in-1. So the actual back box is going to be mounted on the wall. The displays is also going to have the inputs for the displays. The software is also going to have a few different versions. So you can have the DMD on the screen, the main screen itself, and just play it straight off that. Or you can have it all linked to the back box. And that means you can take the actual unit away from the back box. You can then put it on a coffee table. You can move it around the room. Basically, it's gonna be a lightweight unit. You can just basically move around with ease, and you're not tied to the legs. You're not tied to any of that stuff. It'll be able to be put on top of a table. You'll be able to put it on a pedestal and move it around and stand up and play, sit down and play, all that stuff. So that's the idea of it. Hey, Wicked Gamer dude. I will be, like I say, I'll be working the weekend. I've been working on this. I've been working on the other 3 units which are done. I'm actually not putting any backs on these units as well. They're all going to be open back, because the idea of having them in the arcade is I'm going to have them padlocked to the wall. Basically, because I know what kids are like. They hang off the machines. If they hang off the machine, it gets literally, it'll tip on them. Because these are slimline units. If someone starts hanging off the front of it, it will tip, and I don't want to tip it on any kids, so we're going to bolt it on the back. We're going to have it, like I say, padlocked. And then if I need to change the memory cards out, if they're corrupt on the pies, anything like that, because these are only pie builds, I'm not doing anything major in them. These ones are going to be pie builds. I've got a 4-player unit. I'm going to have Hyperspin in there. I've got the driving sim, I've got the pinball, I've got foosball to go in there, all that stuff. I've got to decorate it yet. So basically, as it's padlocked on the wall, if I want to change the memory card out, all I do is unpadlock it, move the machine forward, swap the memory card round and repadlock it. We're going to have little handheld game consoles in there as well. We're going to have control panels also in there. Like I say, a lot of them are just going to be lower end builds, because I don't want to put a lot of expensive stuff in there at the moment. I basically want to see how things go with that unit, and if it goes well, then I'll start upgrading the parts, putting high-end Hyperspin units in there. Like I say, there will be Hyperspin builds as well. There'll be my big 4-player unit. There'll be a 4-player pedestal unit as well. I thought I'd keep the 4 players at least Hyperspin. There's going to be, I've got a mini PC over there. I don't know if you can see that there, that little clear white box in the corner there. That's going to be a gun kit as well. It's going to be a gun for IR shooter. So we're going to have a gun for IR shooter set up on the wall as well for the gun games. We're going to have a shark shooter as well. I'm thinking Jurassic Park with the pedestal as well. So I'm going to design a pedestal for the Jurassic Park build and have that in there, because it is a stunning unit. But I'll keep everyone updated how it's going. Like I say, I have had some delays. I am back a little bit, a few weeks behind. I think maybe more than that. But I haven't stopped. Every weekend, I've been working solidly. I haven't had a day off in a couple of months. So, actually, I tell a lie, I was off the other weekend. I went away for a couple of days. But, like I say, it's been solid. I've been staying in work till quite late as well. So, if you are waiting on a build from us, just be patient if you can. I'm trying to burn the candle at all ends at the minute. But just be patient. If you've got problems with your machine, give us a shout. I'd rather get those sorted ASAP than have to sit around and wait for them. Right, what's the comment saying? Yeah, I've got them really full, mate. You don't mind the depth screen inside the machines. Yeah, I mean, I do like the way the depth looks. I do like it personally myself. But the idea of these, the way they're designed, you ain't going to have room to make depth in them. That's all. And I don't mind it myself, really. I don't mind it seeing the screen up against the glass. I don't mind that. But for the real virtual pin feel, for the real pin feel, it is best to have it down inside the unit. But these are slimline. I mean, this is super slim. Know what I mean? There's not a lot of room in where that's going to go on the unit. Know what I mean? Now you can get your Borderlands pin. I will be, mate. This is a start. It's like I say, it's a new design, John. It's a new design of virtual pin. The idea of this, it is going to be slimline. It's only going to be a 32-inch screen, this one, but it is going to have as many features as I possibly can get in it. So it's going to have knockers on the. It's going to have the solenoids on the flipper buttons. The idea with the solenoids, though, is I want them always on. I'll have a switch to turn them off, but I want them always on. I don't want them to be software dependent. So I want them to be literally, as every time you press that flipper button, that's knocking. That's the idea of it, mate. But it is going to be a pedestal virtual pin, so that's a pedestal for it. It is going to be quite slimline, so that's a screen area there. So I'm waiting on some glass as well. I'm getting some custom glass made up for these units. Basically, I'm going to have the tempered glass on top, and then that's going to be the depth, basically, of the screen area there. And the back box, all that stuff, is going to be wall mountable. So the back box could be mounted to the wall. It's going to have a HDMI out and a power output to go into the back box itself, and then the pedestal, the control panel, where the pinball cabinet and the pedestal can be moved out. It can be moved around if you wish. It's just easier to transport. You see a lot of these big pinball cabinets, virtual pins, they're awkward buggers to move. You know what I mean? They're heavy, they're really heavy. They've got really thin legs. You know what I mean? You can damage them. With this, it'll sit on top, and you can take it off, and I'll be able to design a wider bodied one as well. Now the pin shooters and stuff, I'm not sure of. I've got to order a pin shooter to test it out, but I'm thinking keep it minimalistic to start with. See what I can add, see how much space I've got left, what I can add later on. Like I say, I'm going to have the SFF, this audio, coming through the unit as well. So you're going to get the sound effects, the surface mount speakers on the inside. So you're going to get that effect. I've got some 7.1 USB adapters as well. So I can simulate the 7.1 audio for virtual pin. Or is it visual pinball, sorry. And like I say, the front end, I've done all right with the front end. I've been making some custom screens and displays. I've got adult games on there as well at the moment. I've got jukebox on there. But the jukebox I can disable, and the adult stuff I can disable. So I just go into pin up pop-out, disable out those wheels, and then I can enable them when we've got adults in and stuff. Know what I mean? And there's a lot to do. I've got to look at, because I've been out of the pinball scene for ages, years. So there's a lot of new stuff, a lot of new things I've got to learn. I know there's the pop pack stuff that I've got to sort of get my head around, which I think it's pretty straightforward. So it's just adding stuff. I've got a massive table collection. There's some tables I've been updating as well. I've seen updates of the tables and stuff, so I've been updating them. But I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying to get the current orders done. I'm waiting on a customer, if he's watching, contact us ASAP for the Big Trouble in Little China control panel. I have emailed you. I haven't had a reply, and I can't ring your number from my phone. So I can't get hold of you. If you're watching, please get hold of us ASAP, because I need a decision on the buttons. But yeah, basically I'm trying to get as many of the units done. I having print problems, stuff like that today, so I'm getting all the prints done for the Big Trouble in Little China unit. I'm just hoping, like I say, I don't have any issues with these bloody cartridges. I want to get these prints at least done, and I'm not waiting a couple of weeks for ink to come in and stuff and new cartridges. So, right, what's the messages? I'm actually I've worked out the cost of this. I think we're only looking at about £3 grand. I think I'm going to be making them as cheap as the control panels made. So you're looking at about £3 grand. But they're going to have, I think, an RTX 3050 N to start with, because they're only going to be 1080p monitors. And then if you want to upgrade, you can upgrade to the RTX 4070s or anything like that, and then up to a 4K display and stuff. So I'll start them, I think I'm going to start them off at about 2.5–3 grand. I'll have to work it out, because I want to build them as simplistic as I can, but still have all the cool features. And like I say, it saves on waiting for pinball legs to be made up, or even trying to find pinball legs and stuff like that. In the turn basically into a 3-in-1 pinball cabinet, basically a pedestal, a sit down unit, or a standard unit with the back box and stuff. So I'll work it out. Like I say, you know me, I come up with new projects and stuff like that, so I'll work all that stuff out. I'll make you buy it, no problem, dude. Like I say, I'll get the prototype one done. This is going to be a Deadpool one. I've got a cool Deadpool design that I'm doing for this one. The next one this is going to be the playfield area, and I've got sort of like a nice neat style going on, like I do on my control panels. So I've got a bit of curvature to the unit. Basically I'm going to have on the next one, I'll have the addressable LEDs coming down the sides, but I'll have them so they're all inlaid into the wood, and then all like covered with like a strip of opaque acrylic. So strips of opaque acrylic, so you see the LEDs come through, but it diffuses them. So it's an idea I'm going to work on. Like I say, I've got to get the addressable LED stuff sorted, but it'll be cool, man. I'll get it sorted, like I say. But I just want to get the first one done, because that's going to go in the new arcade. And then once I've got that done, I'll probably put up for some orders. You can put some orders in. I'll do a special offer on them or something. But like I say, I'm looking at around, I think reasonable is going to be about £3 grand, which these are 2.5 to start with. You know what I mean? These on their own, the 16 terabyte are 2.5. So I'm thinking you've got a 32-inch monitor, you've got these back screen, stuff like that, all the other bits. But I think with the cost and everything, I can get the cost down, because the parts of the graphics card's slightly cheaper, and I'm not having to buy 16 terabyte drives. So where I would put into a 16 terabyte drive, I'm actually just buying a monitor with that. So yeah, I'll try and keep the cost as far down as I can. And then later on I'll probably build a wider boy one, and then I'll go on to the proper big virtual pins. I'm thinking with these, they're going to be small, compact. It's going to be easier to ship. It's going to be safer to ship as well. You're not going to get the legs getting snapped off, or not having to put it together in your place when you get it. In a sense, it'll all just compact, stud up, everything, and it's not going to be too heavy for customers to lift and move and stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot safer to ship than standard pinball stuff. But like I say, we've got this one to do. I've got that one. That'll only take us a day or so to finish off. I just need to know what buttons I'm putting in that one. With the control panel as well, I'll try and not pull any wire in. We've actually got two 16 terabyte drives in there now. I've actually managed to make a custom plate for the 16 terabyte drives. Now we can fit two 16 terabyte drives inside, and that's also with a PactoTech as well. That's with the I have pulled my cable. I pulled the PactoTech cable there. Crap, I'll sort that out in a minute. But yeah, we've got two 16 terabyte drives in there, so we've now got a full 32 terabytes inside the units. We've actually got a special offer on as well of the Ultimate Deluxe control panels. So you're getting a 32 terabyte free. It's 2,500 with for the 16 terabyte build. We do have a discount code that'll get you basically 600 quid off. So all you're paying is 2,500 and you're getting a 32 terabyte build. So I thought with the new custom mounts showing off the 32 terabyte inside the unit, all you need then is the external drive for the 40 and the 48 terabyte drive. You only need one single external drive. Shooter changes. Yeah, just give us the weekend. I'm mental busy because I've got to sort of give it. Yeah, just give us a shout Friday after work. Friday, I finish at around 4 o'clock, mate. Just give us a shout then, okay? Just give us a bell then, and we'll go through everything. Yeah, so like I say, there is a special offer on the Ultimate Deluxe control panels. I've got to do a video. I've got drives cloning and that for customers. I've got to try and sort them out today. I don't think I'll have time to get to the post office. But I've got this special offer, full 32 terabyte build for only 2,500. That's saving 600 quid. Basically, any outside the offer for the 24 and 32 terabyte add-on, which is a 16 terabyte drive, is going to cost you 600 quid. That works out in dollars. What is it? About $700-800. Know what I mean? So if you want to save yourself 600 quid, get your order in now for the Ultimate Deluxe control panels. Like I say, that offer will be on temporarily. I think I might end it maybe mid-July. So if you want an Ultimate Deluxe control panel, get that special offer in now. You'll save a lot of money. And like I say, I'm putting these hard drives, both hard drives now in. So these are all going to be full 32 terabyte. In that, and what I'll do is, if you only order a 16 terabyte when outside the offer, I'll always do them custom mounts in there. So if you ever upgrade later on, you just plug the new hard drive in. You've got all the hard drive and the cable and everything there ready just for a whole new drive to open up the unit and plug the hard drive in. Right, as you can probably tell, I'm a bit erratic the day because I've just been non-stop. But make sure you like, share, subscribe to the videos, hit that notification bell, and I will catch us in the next one. Bye.